Hello, it's Emma Paulette here, the Body Love Coach, and I haven't done a Facebook Live in a while, and I feel a little bit nervous, which is funny. Anyway, I'm really thrilled to have you here, and if you haven't met me before, as I said, my name's Emma Paulette, and I am the Body Love Coach, and it's my mission on this planet to help women really empower themselves to love their bodies, take care of their bodies, and learn to put themselves, their body, their minds, their spirits first. And I know that's really hard in this crazy, busy world that we live in. So that's why sometimes you need a little bit of help, and that's what I'm here for. So I'm really excited to be able to have a chat to you today because I'm actually launching something really new and exciting that I hope will sort of spread like wildfire so that everyone can start to look after their bodies from a really gentle, nourishing place instead of pushing and striving, which is what we're all used to. So I've created what I've called the Body Love Method, which is just behind me here. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about why I created it in a moment. But I've created it from my background of being a personal trainer, a health coach, a yoga teacher, and a Reiki practitioner. And I've kind of used all of those modalities in this method because I sort of believe that most of us need help with body, mind, and spirit. And often we get really stuck on the body part. And we get really dissatisfied with our bodies, and it's easy not to show them love. So that's what the Body Love Method's about, is using practices that encompass the whole body, the whole mind, and the whole spirit to really help us come from a place of love and kindness and acceptance. And when I speak to women, I sort of see that a lot of the women I speak to anyway fall into three different categories. First of all, you've got the woman that I used to be that is completely dissatisfied with her body, wants to look like all the pictures she sees on Instagram or, on movies or TV, and really sort of pushes her body a little bit too hard. So she might be choosing to go on a diet over and over again, trying all the latest diets, or she might be choosing the latest fad fitness craze and just going from, exercise to diet, and actually feeling quite exhausted, because in the end, she's probably chasing down a body that's someone else's body instead of her own. So that's kind of one type of person that I speak to a lot. I also come across a lot of women who have kind of given up because they see that there's all this perfection out there and that's all they see in the media. They sort of think that my body's never going to look like that, so there's not really much point in trying. And they often don't, exercise very frequently or move very much, or even eat well. And so then again, they're feeling exhausted. They're not feeling as vibrant as they possibly could. And then the third sort of group of women I speak to a lot are women that are just really busy, kind of like have an inner perfectionism that's firing them. And they might have a long to-do list of things that they need to do, and their body and their health is on that list. And they usually know what to do to look after themselves, but for some reason, they fall off the bandwagon or they never get to the top of their own to-do list. And I fall into that category sometimes still, so I completely get where those women are coming from. So because I've been all of those women and I know how it feels, I really, over time, wanted to sort of help women in this scenario, because it's easy to get trapped in the whole diet and exercise, or I'm not going to bother mentality, or I'm never going to get to it and I feel really guilty about it kind of scenario. So the way I came up with this method was actually completely by mistake. Last year was a big year for me. I had a hysterectomy. My health was suffering, and that was a really big thing to have a full hysterectomy at the age of 44. And so I really decided that I needed to look after my body and take care of it. And I knew that that was a priority for me last year. But then at the same time, I also hired a business coach, because sometimes us business owners need a bit of help. And at some point, I was showing her a web page that I had put together, and the business coach made a few comments about my body in some of the photos that I had presented. In one of the photos, she said that my body was showing too much tummy. And in another photo, she said that the photo looked more like a before photo instead of an after photo. And I was pretty devastated, even though I knew that these photos weren't going to end up on my website. They were just some holder photos. I actually loved them, and I was really happy with the way I looked in them, and I felt really good about myself. And so I was kind of rocked by these comments from the business coach. And for about a week, I kind of cried on and off every time I thought about it. I was really, really devastated. And by the end of a week, I kind of realized the reason I was so upset was because I realized I didn't talk about my body that way anymore. I used to say terrible things about my body. I used to judge myself so much, and I was never, ever satisfied. And I realized that after my sort of healing through my my hysterectomy and everything else and all my studies, that I'd kind of healed my body image issues. So I sat down for a few weeks, because it took me quite a long time to sort of journal and understand what had I done for myself to heal that body image issue. How did I start to love and accept my body the way it is, mind you, which is, you know, much heavier than it used to be. How did I still love my body anyway? And that's how I came up with the Body Love Method, because I realized that these are all the things that I had been doing for myself for the last few years to really help myself feel love and compassion and kindness towards my own body. And if you'd known me a few years ago, not that I really talked about it out loud, but that I would never have believed this was possible. So once I got the method down on paper, I started to sort of share it with a few of my clients, not everyone at once, but I just wanted to test it out and see if it was working for other people in the same way that it worked for me. And the answer was yes. I had one of my clients that I sort of trialed it out on, she had amazing results. She wasn't feeling as much pain from her, you know, fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue. She was not comfort eating so much. She wasn't relying on coffee, and she just loved and accepted herself a lot more than she ever used to. And so then now I've started to spread the word of the Body Love Method. I did the Body Love Summit at the beginning of the year, and I've recently done a 3-part video series, which is all about the Body Love Method as well. And they're all free resources, and you can find those. I often post them on the Facebook page anyway, so you can look at that if you want more info. But what I found overall is that people who have been using the Body Love Method are feeling more confident. There's less comfort eating. They're noticing the joy in their lives. They're feeling energized and excited and vibrant. And that's usually how most of us want to feel. So I felt like it was time to really spread the word of the Body Love Method in a way that's acceptable and accessible, I should say, for everybody. So I've created what I've called the Body Love Project. Now, the Body Love Project is going to be a series of workshops, and these workshops will be broadcast live online, streaming online, and they will include a lesson from the Body Love Method, and they'll also include some yoga, some journaling, some meditation, and some time for Q&A. And so the Body Love Project will work over a 12-month period, and there's 12 parts to the Body Love Method. And once a month, we will tune in and we'll check out one lesson from the Body Love Method, and also do that beautiful yoga, journaling, meditation, and Q&A time as well. So each workshop would take about 90 minutes. And as I said, they're streamed live, but if you're not able to come live, that's okay, because a recording will be available as well. So it's a resource you can go back to over and over again. And the reason why I'm so passionate about doing this is I think we all need to take some time to slow down. I think we're all a little bit exhausted from trying to get everything done, whether that's doing the perfect exercise or, you know, pushing through not eating well, so not feeling energized, or trying to get all the to-do lists done. Whether you fit into any of those categories, we all need this time out for ourselves and to reconnect. And so the Body Love Project will happen once a month, and that will give you the time to check in every month and go, okay, what's been working for me? What's not working for me? What could I slightly change? What's a little tweak I could make to make things feel better for myself? Plus you get that beautiful mini retreat time of yoga and journaling and meditation, which you may not be able to find for yourself in your normal busy weeks. So all it is 90 minutes a month. Plus, of course, you get access to any recordings if you want to go over it again and again. So the Body Love Project, which is covering the Body Love Method, is, as I said, a year-long program, and you can join as a yearly pass for $199. So you get 12 90-minute workshops in that, and you get access to recordings. Or if you prefer, you can just jump in on a month of one of the topics that you're interested in, and it's just $19 a month if you want to, jump in and out and just do one workshop at a time, and that's absolutely accessible as well. The other thing is I've made the dates around the time of the new moon, because I have noticed that, and it's quite well documented, that the new moon's a really beautiful time for new beginnings, because it's when the moon is bringing itself into a new cycle. So as much as we can, the Body Love Project workshops will happen around the time of the new moon. So that's a little bit of information for you about the Body Love Project. The first workshop is going to be on Sunday, the 18th of March at 1 o'clock in WA time. And you can register using the link there. So you can either choose, as I said, to do the first workshop just singular. That'll be $19, and that's for the intention setting workshop, which is a really great one to do straight off. Or if you want to get straight into it, it's $199, and that covers you for the full 12 months. You'll also get access to a private Facebook group where we will build a community. And the more of us that decide that pushing and striving and achieving is no longer needed, and that we can allow our good health and allow ourselves to live vibrant, happy, exciting, relaxed lives, the more of us that do this, the more we're going to create a ripple effect amongst the world and say, hey, we've had enough of this busyness. It's time for us to slow down. So if you've got any questions at all about this project, I would love for you to comment below, or you can send me an email at emma@blueskyhealth.net. If you've got any other questions, there's also a link that you can write me an email through the webpage as well if you need any more info. But I would love to have you here as part of the Body Love Project. I would love you to take some time out for yourself and really nurture yourself every single month. And I'm here to support you if you're ready to take that step. So thanks very much for watching, and let me know if you've got any questions at all. Thanks again. See ya.